Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Sekiro, where today we are potentially finishing. I don't know if we will finish today, but we are getting close to the end of our Charmless Bell Demon New Game Plus challenge run. It has been so much fun, and it definitely has not been frustrating at all. Literally zero frustration, zero tilt challenge run. Orin of the water, definitely not still scarred by any of that nonsense. It has been, though, so much fun checking out all the different little variations in character quest lines, as well as the most hidden secret bosses of all, Owl the Foster Father, and all of that, everything having to do with the purification ending, which I'm excited to see how that all concludes. But the main agenda today is pressing forward to the Sword Saint. I have gone through off camera and worked my way up to both the Sword Saint as well as the Demon of Hatred fight. We now have access to both of those. I've already kind of made my way here through the war-torn outskirts, but I did just want to give a quick recap on what I've done. Made it through Divine Dragon. Did take one death to Divine Dragon. Didn't manage to get a one-shot. Divine Dragon still got me once. But I did learn a little bit about deflecting, and as is so often the case, attacks that I don't normally think should be deflectable or wouldn't think to like parry in Dark Souls, you can just, if it's not a perilous blow in Sekiro, it's deflectable. And that includes the big, like, I don't know, the wind shockwave strikes from the Divine Dragon. You can deflect those, and I was getting that down. That was a lot of fun. Made it through Divine Dragon and started making it here all the way through the castle as well as the outskirts, and I did find Black Hat. I finally found the conclusion of Black Hat's quest line or sequence of events. He is in the castle, and he apparently tried to help some kid who was in need of rescue. And he's also a character in a FromSoft game, so he didn't make it. So, but he, in the process, left me with, if I can find it here, I probably scrolled right past it, a Amiibo Pilgrimage Balloon. We have a Rainbow Balloon. A Amiibo balloon made in the year of the Dragon Spring Pilgrimage, sealed with a prayer for healthy upbringing. Burst the white Amiibo balloon while clasping one's hand in prayer. It's really not a white Amiibo balloon, it's a rainbow Amiibo balloon. Let's work on that description a little bit, maybe. But those splashed with the water will enjoy increased gains of all sorts for a time. On it is crudely scrawled to Tenkichi from Badger. I would guess that Tenkichi is the Badger's son. And either way, we have a balloon here, which I will probably never use because I'll be too scared to use it, unless you all can tell me when are you supposed to use a balloon that gives you increased soul, spirit, item drops, and send drops all in one. I don't know where the optimal place would be to use this, but it's also the last dying breath, the last gasp gift from the Black Hat. So we might just keep it forever as a souvenir of that. We also have the other thing that I came across here in the outskirts is Oniyama and Kotaro. And once again, we're in a FromSoft game. There are no such things as happy endings. But our friend, I found Oniyama also clinging to the last stages of life, and he told me how Kotaro heroically tried to save him. Kotaro, the best of friends, as we know from our new game, Kotaro is the best, and sure enough, he stood up for his good friend in his mind, Oniyama, the peddler, and tried his best to protect him. Wasn't able to keep his own life in the process, but that's how it goes. And Oniyama did give me, here's the other thing that we got. We now have the, where is it here? The promissory note, an Ashina trade promissory note. Matabe, Oniyama's last piece of product, discounts the cost of items when purchasing from merchants. A sen saved is a sen earned, and so long as one draws breath, business will continue. So I'm hoping that this stays with us through the different New Game Pluses, and we get a now 10% discount from any of the merchants that we visit, which is great, because I totally had not just gone the moment before finding this here in the outskirts and spending all 10,000 of my sen that I had accrued. I didn't spend all of that just before getting this and wasting my discount. Either way, that's basically the recap. That is the recap of the stuff that we have found here. So we are now ready to turn our attention here to the main event and focus on the Sword Saint. We are, briefly, before we do that, we're going to purchase a prosthetic upgrade, because we have, we finally have enough fulminated mercury, as well as lapis lazuli, but we had already really gotten that last time. We just needed the fulminated mercury to go with the lapis lazuli and get the last couple of upgrades. So I've already gone and upgraded to... I've already picked up the lazulite Sabimaru. So we just need to get the lazulite Sacred Flame to unlock the final prosthetic upgrade. So let's go ahead and lock that in. And I'm guessing there's going to be an achievement. There we go. Upgraded all prosthetic tools to their limit. There you go. Awesome. So we have those now. You all can feel free to let me know when and where each of these are probably best utilized. Because I think that this is the strength and also the weakness of Sekiro, is that just there are so many options to consider. It can feel a little overwhelming sometimes, but we finally have the last prosthetic upgrade here. So that feels great. That feels great. A challenging run. Not really a challenge run per se. I mean, some of it hasn't made it on camera. I think we've had some of it on camera. Some of it has been off camera. It has definitely felt like a challenge run. I don't know if it has felt the same way to you, but I know I have felt the frustration at times, because it really changes the math on everything when you're having to do both no charm and Bell Demon. It's really Charmless. That's the big deal. Now, I should ask, what do you all think in terms of skills? We have some skill points that we need to spend. And I'm wondering, for the Sword Saint fight, how, if at all, would you all spend those skill points? I don't think we want to worry about Vault Over. This might be the last skill that I ever purchase, just because I know that backstabs are cool, like they get you blood smoke. I also don't know that I am coordinated enough to actually pull this off during a hectic, like, me taking on more than one enemy at a time. Anyways, I suppose you could do Puppeteer. I suppose you could have a single enemy that you didn't happen to backstab, but you've worked them down to a death stab, and then you want to vault over. Either way, it's not a consideration for the Sword Saint fight. We'll think about that one later. We could try to pick up Living Force. We would need to spend 1, 3, and then 4. So 8 points total to get this Living Force, which I believe goes, it says it right here. It goes with both the Flame Vent and Divine Abduction. So I think what it does, feel free to explain this to me if I'm not getting it right, but I think it is basically, it's Fire Paper. If you're doing the Flame Vent, and then you use R1 after the Flame Vent, you give your sword Fire Paper. Divine Abduction, and then Living Force, I guess, gives your sword the Divine Abduction effect, the Gathering Vortex effect. That is what this skill is, right? Or am I misunderstanding how Living Force works? I figured I would get a little bit of a critique there on my my pronunciation. Matabe? Matabe? Like Hanbei? Hanbei is our friend in the Dilapidated Temple. The B-E-I spelling has a Bay pronunciation to it. Okay. Last time on Game Grumps. You think a challenge run is more like no-hit, prosthetic tool only, or some other limiting rule that forces a specific type of play, not just it's really hard? But how many people would you say? I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. You don't know about these abilities, never really use them? We could just buy the Emma's Medicine, right? Just get the maximum potency on our healing items. That is the most general skill, and that might be what I end up just grabbing that, because I know I'm always going to get use out of that. This guy, Breath of Nature Light, is... I'm not prioritizing that very highly. Not nearly as much as gaining back Vitality. I feel like, yeah, it's nice to recover posture when you get a death blow, but I don't necessarily need to prioritize that skill there. We could give ourselves Devotion, but we would need to spend 6 points to get that. This is another one that I'm probably not going to get till the very end. And then we have the Spiral Cloud Passage. Is this one that you have used, Matt? Have you played it all with Spiral Cloud Passage? How good might it how good or not good might it be? Oh, it was a joke. It was a joke. Okay, this is the literalist logistical brain over here that doesn't get that we're talking about Mata Bay. It's not a pronunciation guide. I just figured I fucked up the pronunciation. Not as good as Sakura Dance. What about for this fight specifically? Are you saying that Sakura Dance for the Sword Saint fight would also be your go-to combat art? Eventually, we also want to get to Empowered Mortal Draw, but we couldn't quite do that right this moment. It takes 8 skill points to get to Living Force, and then 5 to get the Empowered Mortal Draw. We're 1 skill point short of that. Yes, absolutely. So you like the Sakura Dance for the Sword Saint fight. Okay, why don't we try that then? Let's hold on to our skill points for now and continue to hoard skill points like we like to do. And we'll try some Sakura Dance action. It was good because it was both a pronunciation guide and a joke. Okay, all right. I will only feel slightly bad then for missing out on the joke part. I just do that naturally. So I don't really even feel that bad. I'm glad it was a pronunciation guide, though. That part I at least got right. Maybe in Happy Friday, my friend. Hope you are ready for a relaxing and not at all stressful. Not that it ever is stressful. I don't know why it would be stressful, but Christmas weekend is great. I love Christmas weekend, and I'm glad we're getting to start it out here. Doing some... I guess I was thinking about Sekiro and dying a lot on this next boss fight. That's about the only stress that I'm going to be undergoing here. Mabian, do you have any thoughts about skills and what preferred combat arts you might use on the Sword Saint fight? Matt is of the opinion... Matt is a big fan of the Sakura Dance. I know that Matt is also a big fan of the Sakura Dance when it comes to lightning reversal, and I did get a chance to do this against some of the enemies in the Fountainhead Palace. I'm not sure if that was on the stream last time. I'm not sure if we made that part to the live stream or if I did that off camera. You got a surprise half day, so you're actually not prepared for anything right now. That is awesome. You got a half day and weren't even expecting it. Excellent. GG's. You've already won this Friday. Are you planning on streaming later? I don't know if you're still doing... I think I had checked for you last Friday. I have not been going on Twitch very much, but I did go last Friday, but you weren't streaming, and I thought I had the idea that maybe you weren't doing Friday streams anymore. Sakura Dance is amazing in general. I usually don't use combat arts for Sword Saint. I mostly just have Mist Raven ready for Phase 3. That was the other question, or I knew, not a question, but I knew that you had recommended Mist Raven for the lightning reversal. And I think it's interesting. I think both Sakura Dance and the Mist Raven are both interesting lightning reversal candidates. So I think I had already equipped Mist Raven here as one of my options in case of that. So why don't we switch this over then to Sakura Dance? Let's switch this to Sakura Dance. We'll have the Mist Raven on the bar. And then I don't know what items I'm going to use here. I don't know. I tried using Divine Confetti in a couple situations where I wasn't battling Headless or some apparition style enemy, just like regular Red Guard enemies. And I don't know, it didn't seem to be that great. It changes your sword swings. It feels like you have a little bit more of a flourish on your sword swings, which I don't know. It felt like it was throwing me off. Maybe it doesn't change things that much, but I was not amazed by just using Divine Confetti in a normal combat situation. But I know I've heard people say that you can just use it anytime, and it's good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've been feeling sick. Hopefully that is clearing up here soon. But you'll be back today with... I actually don't know yet. Okay. All right, we're still working on the... But there is going to be a stream later. Okay. All right. I will see if I can drop by for whatever is on the agenda. I think we've got an okay loadout to start with here, though. Why don't we go ahead... When you boil it all down, Sekiro is always about fundamentals. And that includes... What is the warp point that gets me to... It is Ashina Castle. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. If the reservoir is considered part of Ashina Castle, of course the warp point near Sword Saint would also be part of that. Secret passage key used. Complete gear change. This is our outfit that we've been using basically the entirety of New Game Plus. We've been using the Sekiro outfit. Did you ever get info from someone on the reflections? You've mentioned them feeling harder than actual bosses during the New Game Plus run. I think Matt had confirmed that they're definitely on their own attunement scaling. They are scaled to kind of be like they put you and the boss at a set level, which I think we agreed upon does make them feel harder. I don't know whether the bosses are being scaled up or you're being scaled down, but however it's being done, you are being put at a point where you're not able to, like, outpower the boss or anything like that. I have a feeling that the bosses are scaled up, but I'm only going off what Matt has told me because I have not tried to look anything up myself. Still trying to stay in the dark because, from what I understand, there is still even more to do in New Game Plus Plus, which we will think about down the road. Whatever other ending there is, whatever other content there is. We are ready to take on Genichiro, but of course we know Genichiro is not the main event here. Do I want to do any sort of... We'll think about taking an Ungo Sugar here, but let's... I do really love this cutscene, and I haven't seen it in quite some time. I also haven't done the Sword Saint fight at all since first recording it. So we'll see how this goes. Probably going to go very poorly. That's what we've been working on. I think we got another way. But we just need a second to talk about it. You gotta let me take care of business here first. Hesitation is defeat. Welcome in, Johannan. Good to see you. Just in time. I also have to remember how to do this part. It's been a little while since I fought Inner Genichiro. So that is not at all like the that is not at all like the I'm gonna back off here and take a drink. It's not at all like the spin move that he does in the Inner Genichiro fight. The timing there is way different. There's no chasing slice there. wait a lot longer on that. It might be a good idea to use... I really do like using Ichimonji against Genichiro, so I might do that for that phase. For just this phase. What move was that? I'm panic drinking, panic drinking. How did I answer that move before? Well, not by panic drinking. I thought I was dodging that move before, wasn't I? I feel like I was dodging that move. But I don't know if that's the right move. I don't know how you all respond to this. That's what I was doing before. I was just dodging through it. It just happens so much slower than the... It happens so much more slowly than the spin move that inner Genichiro does. So I'm sitting here like deflect spamming, deflect spamming, deflect spamming. All right, we got to get past Way of Tomoe first here. Get up to speed. We got to get up to speed with Sekiro. First fight of the day. We got to get up to speed with... man, I almost just want to go... I think I'm just going to go to Ichimonji. Ichimonji is my comfort zone for anything Genichiro at this point. You first tried to do your own mortal draw, but never managed to make it work as a response to his mortal draw. So dodging it is. Do you like dodging as well? Okay. That felt like it worked consistently for me when I did this the first time around. So let's see if we can get back to that. Because he does give a pretty big tell as to when he's about to swing. That's... Okay, I thought he... So he doesn't always do the Makiri counter move out of that. Too early. I just love how Ichimonji feels out of any of the Makiri counter moves. I really wish he would do Chasing Slice, though. Chasing Slice is so what I'm used to. It's fine, though. Chasing Slice as a follow-up to the double arrow move, that is. This part, though, is so sick. I remember being so confused at first here. Like, what the hell is he doing? The Granddaddy arriveth. And then thinking, what the hell? What a great shot there. The one arm grabbing the sword away from the other. God damn.
Sekiro.
Okay, let's switch back to the Sakura dance. We'll see how that goes. We'll see when is the right time to use that. Oh, right, he does too. He does too. He does the double Ichimonji. We should know. Oh, I thought that was supposed to be... Okay. It has been a while since I've done this fight. I thought that was going to be a Makiri counter. I remember having some muscle memory about him stepping to the side and wanting to do a Makiri counterable move. Whoa, okay, I'm already dead. That did so much more damage than I was prepared for. I was already dead as I'm getting ready to try to dodge the second. I don't know what I was trying to do for the first shockwave. Whatever it was hesitation. And we all know, hesitation is defeat. Oh, Matt, you just walk around him when he does the mortal draw. Okay, that works too. That works too. How's it going there? Is it Tenniel? For the white and black move, I generally go behind him where he can't hit you with it. Same thing as Matt. Welcome in. Good to see you. Now is the real fight, though. We are at the real fight. Technically, you did dodge the second by dying. Can't kill me if I'm dead already. We smart. Yeah, this is definitely, I think, going to be a much different fight. It's going to be a much different fight when you, the fact that we're doing Charmless, I was able to kind of power through the fight. I was able to kind of power through it in New Game. Oops, I forgot to go back to Ichimonji. You can power through it with New Game because you get to the flex spam. Can't do that. Charmless building. I did not think I was going to get the Makiri counter there. That killed me as well. Yo, everything does way more damage. That's not a perilous blow. Okay, well, we're panic drinking now. I didn't take a pellet? Okay, fine. I apparently deflected that. I thought I was doing a Makiri counter, but... Shit. There are so many moves that I do not remember happening. Do not remember from the first time doing this fight. Man, that happened so much more quickly that time. Okay, it's probably because, well, I should probably stand still more often. I think that is one thing that I probably move around too much, and it's definitely a thing. Thanks, Unseen Aid. It's definitely a thing that bosses, you know, just like in Hollow Knight, bosses can change their patterns based on your patterns, and it probably will simplify things and make it more consistent if I'm less mobile. Parry the Glock. The Glock hasn't come out yet, but I am gonna try if I can. Okay, let's just start that one over. Let's just start that one over. Hollow Knight, M Doom says. Have you done anything recently with Hollow Knight, M Doom? Did you ever end up beating P3? Did you get through P3? I feel like you did, but I don't remember. It's been so long. Do I care this much about Ichimonji? I kind of do. Like, honestly, Sakura Dance, I don't know if it's good in the other... Do you guys think it's good in Well, Matt is the one that was talking about Sakura Dance. Although maybe liked it as well. I think for now I'm going to stick with Ichimonji just because I know I want it for the Genichiro part. And then we can see how we go for like, the combat art is not the make or break right now with Sword Saint. We need to just relearn his patterns, at least in the first phase. So let's worry about that other stuff before. We'll worry about the other stuff when we get there. Why am I dodging backwards? Why am I doing that? Sloppy. Still need some work on that. Okay. See, that's the Makiri counter there. When he steps to that side, I do remember that. I feel like that's the one move that I did internalize from this phase. I don't like using these reses here. I should have drank. Ooh, I didn't think I got it. I didn't think I got it. Please do that move every single time. That I will take every single freaking time. All right, here we go. Block time. Block time, spear time. This is when the real fun begins. Ooh, shit. Okay, what the hell happened there? I wasn't recovered from Ichimonji, that's what happened. Need to be focused on learning the moves again. Don't worry about when you do your Ichimonji, just deflect. Just focus on deflecting. We got a phase 2 though. We got a phase 2, ladies and gentlemen. And we got some Rod Essence. But that's to be expected. Okay, you did get P3 basically as soon as you went back to Hollow Knight. You just didn't quite get P4. That's the biggie. P3 is a toughie. P4 really requires some commitment. You definitely have to be really in Hollow Knight to get through that. But it's so much fun when you do. The most satisfying full percentage completion that you can get in a video game. My completely unbiased Hollow Knight superfan opinion. Perfect on that Makiri. I like taking a step back like that too, because sometimes he can be too close for a proper Makiri. The one when he goes to our right, his left, I feel like he was doing something similar in the first time that we faced him just now, but he wasn't doing the Makiri counterable move. So I was really thrown off by that because I at least had that muscle memory still. But you're right, it does feel like Makiri counter positioning sometimes. If I'm too close, it don't work right. What's up with that? Are we talking Persona games? No. There is a, I know there is a P5, Persona 5, and Matt and Joy always joke around when we start talking about Hollow Knight pantheons. They're like, Persona 5? I keep forgetting that you guys are saying to walk behind him. I'll see if that's probably just easier than doing a whole dodge. Maybe I'll try that one of these times. Just barely dodged. I guess we'll run away here. It does feel good when you get the full deflect on that 7-strike sequence, but it is just easier to run away. Okay. Not having to use a res. That's a victory. We'll keep working on getting that cleaner, but not dying at all. To Way of Tomoe is a good start. I'm noticing that he might have a tell there. He might have a tell there in terms of his grunt when he does this. Yeah, he gears up with a grunt, and then you can kind of use that. You can time that. Maybe. He might have different grunts. Shit. Man, Ichimonji does just feel good. Too late. Hesitation is defeat. See? I was expecting a Makiri counter there. He goes to that side, and I'm like, Makiri counter! Nope. Is it because he was further away that time? Is he closer when he does the Makiri counter? Yeah, because you see that one right there, Matt. When he steps to my right, sometimes it's not a Makiri counter. But the one when he does do a Makiri counter, I'm definitely ready for it. I'm definitely ready for it. I just never took time to practice P4 finale someday. You did make it to the P4 finale, right? Yeah, okay, that's ringing a bell. That's the main thing, right? You have to be able, you have to get the, I've told my story before, M. Doom, but when I first got to P4, I didn't realize that you could unlock the final boss and then go practice it. I thought you had to make it all the way back through the Pantheon to even practice the final boss. And it wasn't until I had showed P4, I actually took my PC over to hang out with Matt and Joy and showed them, like, here's what I'm working on in Hollow Knight. I didn't realize it at the time, but I had a realization like later that night when I was putting my head on the pillow. I realized that the boss's name was actually on the panel in the Hall of Gods. And it just dawned on me like, holy shit, I can actually go practice it, can't I? And I ran, turned my computer on, got up out of bed, turned the computer on, opened up Hollow Knight, and sure enough, I just face-palmed so hard because I had been making my life so much more difficult than it needed to be. It was brutal, but also hilarious and totally an Akinar thing to do, M. Doom. His walk is much slower when he's about to do the thrust attack. Okay, I'll see if I can start noticing the subtleties. Yeah, there is. Okay, so if you go behind him, he really will miss you completely. So that I'll try to start drilling in that way of doing things. Nope. I got the Mikiri counter. I thought I had started an Ichimonji, and I thought I was screwed. But I actually got the Mikiri counter. Let's go. Okay, cleanest phase 1 yet. Or cleanest Genichiro, at least.
Sekiro.
Yeah, he is also, I think he's been pretty close each of the times that he's done the Mikiri counter. Like, he's like right next to us. That might also be another determining factor. If you happen to be situated close to him. Fuck. God damn it. The delays. The delays on those swings. I guess I am interested to know when M-Doom is going to go back to P4, but I also am interested if and when M-Doom has plans to play a FromSoft game. When are we going to get to see M-Doom taking on Sekiro? When do we get to see M-Doom taking on Dark Souls? I would also add Elden Ring to that list, but I haven't played Elden Ring yet. Maybe that will be soon. The combat in Sekiro, M-Doom, is just so freaking good. It is so well done. There is a learning curve. There's no doubt a learning curve. Duck. But man, when you start to get in the flow and you actually get the timing of things down, it is so much fun. Boy, we completely lost his, the posture damage, didn't we? Because we're not doing any vitality damage to him. Why did I do Mist Raven? I thought I had... Yeah, we've got to work on getting more... Keeping in the fight. Stay in the... What am I trying to say? Keeping the fight going so we don't lose our posture damage. Working Ichimonjis into the mix helps as well. Fuck. Can't get too... I'm getting a little R1 spammy. Because that thought of, man, I let his posture damage heal back to full. Now I gotta start attacking him again and get back to where I was. You can't do that. Can't lose patience. You can't lose patience. M-Noob doesn't know if he has the patience for it. You do have to have patience to play. You do have to have patience. You also have to not hesitate. You also have a tip for dealing with his big charged attack if you're interested. I would say the floor is open. I would say don't at this point. What I would say is, by the way, the way to, you know, phrase your suggestions are, by the way, you might consider this, and then insert whatever your strategy or tip idea is. We're at the point in, we're doing whatever you want to call it, a challenge run or challenging run. Is there lore? Is there lore? There's no lore. Lore doesn't exist in FromSoft games, so they're perfect for you, M-Doom. But yeah, if you have a tip or some sort of strategy that you think might be good for me to implement, just say, by the way, you might consider, or the way that I like to approach this one move is yada yada yada. Feel free to suggest whatever you want. No need to ask. I'm not going heavy on the no backseating here. I'm at the point where I need the help. I definitely need the help. Not afraid to ask for help at this point. I love figuring things out for myself, but I also recognize that this game, we're playing it right now on the hardest difficulty, and I will gladly take the help. As I get my posture broken by the 7 strikes, I should have run away. Okay. Had to use a flash, but otherwise pretty clean.
Sekiro.
I'm trying to counterattack too quickly there. Sometimes you're just a little too close. So this feels a little like Owl's overhand. When Owl does his overhand, you know, somersault move, it feels a lot like that, where I can dodge to the side. Shit. I can dodge to the side and respond with an Ichimonji. Shit. Okay, it's because I stepped forward, I think. If I was standing still... Yeah, the timing is different, I think, if I'm mobile during that, when he does his Ashina cross stance. That does a fair bit of posture damage. Okay. Fuck. God damn it. I felt like I was in a better flow that time, but you just can't miss a deflect. Okay, so you might consider using the fan shield. The fan shield. The moment his attack goes off, for a quick way to avoid damage and immediately counterattack. The parrying with the fan shield. Are we talking about the umbrella? You're talking about the loaded umbrella, correct? Any particular variation? And you're saying you also like to dodge the Ichimonji? It feels good. It feels correct. And you're saying you want to parry with the umbrella. So because you have so you bring the umbrella out and then you can deflect with the umbrella like this. And that's what you're saying you should do? So you have this out while he's charging, and then you parry it back at him? And it allows you to avoid damage and immediately counterattack. I'll have to think about that. Is it basically anytime he's doing that the big charged attack? Because it feels like there's a couple different variations. It feels like there's one where he has like the overhand slash, and it gives like the vertical shockwave that comes at you. And then there was the one where he does like the huge spin. Oh, just use it as it's going off. Okay. Is the timing important? Or can I just have it out? You're talking about the huge horizontal attack, which I'm not sure if I have... I'm not sure that I have distinguished yet between those two different variations. We'll see if we can get to that point. Just not... yeah, the only... So I'll try that. I'm just not completely sure if I need to use it at like... Do I have to have particular timing on when I activate the umbrella? Or is it just have it out as he's charging and just absorb it? Oh, Ichimonji interrupts that. Good to know. Good to know. No, that... Sometimes he doesn't do a perilous blow. God damn it. Sloppy. Whoa, that's a 7 strike. Why did I think that was something else? Okay, I feel like starting over on this one. Feel like starting over. At least we didn't use a res. There's that. Okay, so use it means when you pull it out, and you are saying that there is a timing. Don't pull it out before the attack goes off. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to know if there was a timing element to it.
Sekiro.
Well, I like that sequence when I actually get the Makiri counter. His gurgling noises. Okay, so right here you're saying I was a little too early. Although that was the wrong attack, wasn't it? That was not the vertical one. So I don't know how I tell the difference between those two. Why did I go for a swing there? Whoa. God damn it. That is a sweep. I need to respond with a sweep counter. Too close. That's the one right there, and I was just too late. I did try to pull the umbrella. I was just too late. Nope. Too early on the Makiri counter. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I tried to do the umbrella. Trust me. Well, you did say that it's like parrying. That is true. So then my brain had to clarify, do you mean the parry that the umbrella can do? Because the umbrella can actually parry. So then, once you said, no, don't use the umbrella parry, then I didn't go back in my mind and retrace what you had originally said. The way that my brain interpreted it, I didn't make that immediate connection that, oh, I need to treat this extending the umbrella the same way that I would a parry. I think I get it now. I just need to actually whip it out. I like to take a step. Oh, you did say that earlier. You like to take a step away from him when he's about to do the thrust attack so that the Makiri doesn't miss. Okay. I'll have to think about it just needs to be a step back. That's not that big of an adjustment. Yo, you did say the vertical one earlier, didn't you? Now you're saying, oh, you're saying the huge horizontal attack. Okay, reading chat is hard. Just so you know, everybody. Streaming and trying to interpret what is being said in chat, and also focusing on a difficult fight that's based on precise timing. All that is hard to do. You're talking about the big horizontal one. Okay, so not the vertical one. So I pulled it out. I did have the umbrella active for the horizontal one, but it was too early, and I took some chip damage. I also don't know if I'm close enough, because you're saying, like, you can respond with a counterattack. This is one of those where I might have to see somebody else do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull it off. I don't know if it's that you're throwing too much at me. It's that it's a difficult thing. It's just tough to explain things through chat. That's all it is. This is just a shortcoming of the medium, is trying to communicate anything that's, you know, where there's like multiple steps involved. It can be difficult to do that. What I'm talking about, by the way, is this, there is an umbrella deflect. So as you hold out the umbrella, you've got the spin thing that it does, and it does say that it is literally a deflect in the menu description. So that's why I was thinking of it as a parry, or that's what, when you said umbrella parrying, or you didn't, maybe you didn't say umbrella parrying, but you said them both in the same sentence. I connected in my mind, oh, does he mean the umbrella deflect? You saw someone else do it. It's so much better to see how somebody puts it into action. It just clicks once you have that demonstration. No, it's all good. No worries. I still just need to run behind him. I should probably just do that right off the bat. Just run behind him. I'm not used to there being a Makiri counter out of that move because I hadn't deflected that move before. So if I can do that, that's a great opening for me, because we get a deflect and a Makiri counter there, which means I get to do Ichimonji afterward. But I do have to recognize all that happening. Everything was perfect, except I'm Makiri'd too early. God damn it. Hesitation is not always defeat. Sometimes over anticipation is also defeat. This game needs to make up its mind, you know? Just a tad embarrassing, Johanna. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Why do these guys do so much damage? It is so much easier just to run behind the guy. Too late. Too late. I hate using a res in this phase. It just feels so wrong. Just feels so wrong to use a freaking res there. Not timing everything in Charmless Bell Demon perfectly is defeat. That's really the phrase here. That's really the name of the damn game. Whoa, that was such bad timing. My goodness, that's the worst I think we've done on that yet. Oh, well, maybe not the worst. Like, we've had a couple pretty poorly timed ones. That was an Ichimonji. He's got the sword held in an Ichimonji pose, so I shouldn't be surprised. I should not be surprised when that shows up as an Ichimonji. Like that. Just a little step back, no big deal. No, what am I doing? God damn it. I need to wait, clearly, on the umbrella. Still need to wait on the umbrella. But that was the right move, at least. That was the horizontal swing, right? Now, I took damage there, right? You're saying that if I do this correctly, I don't take damage, right? Yeah, we're a little early on the umbrella. Okay, we'll keep working on it. We'll keep working on it. I don't know if I'm close enough to do a counter attack. I got a few steps we got to put together. We'll see. I like that opening, though. That's a sweep. I think I spammed the Makiri counter there. I think I was too early, but then I got it on the spam. I don't know. All right. Good enough. Good enough. You know what? Why don't we take a sugar here? I like it. Step back is good. Step back is good. Can we just keep doing this pattern? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. No! I took a step back and I still missed. That's the vertical one. Okay, so I gotta learn how to recognize these. I also gotta remember that I can't just drink out of a res against Sword Saint. He doesn't let you get the drink in. He was just standing there. He was just chilling. Shit. I needed a counterattack there. We had the good pattern going. That's a sweep. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm starting to panic here. Shit. Timing is everything. We'll get a couple more attempts in here, and then we will take a break. Oh, you have not done this strategy Charmless, so no promises. You just know you can avoid getting knocked back and counterattack much faster. Okay, so it may not be possible to completely subvert the damage. We'll see how it goes then. Okay. I love that we can knock him out of that. Fuck, it was not the fucking... He had gone so long without using the Makiri counter there. And then he finally pulls it out again. Go back to inner Genichiro tendencies, where that move is always a Makiri counter. Give me inner Genichiro on this part. Things nobody else has ever said. Give me inner Genichiro before the Sword Saint. Fuck me, I was way too early. That's a sweep. Okay, if I go... The thing that's happening is I'm approaching, okay? I'm moving forward against him. And when he's already gone into the Ashina cross pose, if I get within a certain range or I'm in the process of approaching him, he kind of pulls an NKG. Where if you move toward NKG instead of just standing still, all of a sudden NKG like changes up on you. And that's what he's doing there. He's pulling out like an early cross followed by a sweep, which I'm thinking I have for some reason in my mind that he's going to bring a Makiri counter there. And I'm getting hit by that every time. The solution is to stand still, just as it is against NKG. Less is more when it comes to movement. One more attempt here. And then we will take a break. Almost worked our way back up to one of those other reses. We might go do some res farming. We'll see. Don't want to be doing res farming, but might be part of the process. Might be unavoidable. Should have gone for an Ichimonji there. I got so lucky. I need to just run behind him. It needs to be like what we do with Owl and the shoulder butt into firecrackers. We need to respond to that by running behind. Fuck. Okay, well. Fine, I guess I need a break. I guess that's the game telling me, take a break. So, we're going to do that. We're going to take a break here. Rest up, regroup, and get back at it here in just a moment. That last attempt, pretend it never happened, Joy. You saw nothing. I'll see you all in a few minutes. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it. Didn't see what, smiley face? Exactly. Oh, I forgot there was one thing I was going to do. I forgot there was something I was supposed to do during the break. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on just a moment. The streamer fake out. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, now we're set. Now we can continue. Now the show can go on. Let's see if we can get back in that flow that we had when we made it to phase 2. See if we can recapture that. There we go. Now we're talking. Lucky. Get out of here. There we go.
Sekiro.
It's almost comical the way he's choking. His gargling noise there is hilarious. Dang, I should only swing once. I should only swing once, or yeah, counter attack once, because I think that gets him into the good pattern of doing the Makiri counter move. Like that. So only counterattack with one single swing, and I think he's more likely to then... I just counteracted my own advice. I think that's a strat right there. Take a deflect here, and then one single counterattack. Now, he didn't do it that time. Too early. I should take a pellet. Fuck. Too late on the deflect. But I'm starting to see at least one little pattern that we can induce, I think. Which is good. We're going to try to induce that pattern as much as possible. Just like we did with the last phase of Inner Genichiro. There were definitely... It definitely felt like there were some exploitable patterns in that fight. And it usually... In that case, it also boiled down to doing less. Doing less. Moving less. Late on the Makiri, apparently. Fuck, I hate using a res here. I just want to start over. I don't want to use a res in this phase. Because I don't want to dip in. I don't want to have to think about using the res that I just restored. I can always use whatchamacallit. I can always use a freaking Jizo statue. I do have a ton of those. But we want to be smooth in this first phase. We want to get it... This, it's not even the first phase. It's like the pre-phase. We need to get Genichiro flawless, or as close to flawless as possible. There's my Makiri. Shit! I should have run away. I should have run away. I don't want to use a fucking res. I don't want to use a goddamn res. Almost ran into that one. Which one did I? Oh, the mortal draw at the beginning. Yes, I almost overran that. You saw that. We're going to get so much rot essence, and I don't care. Rot essence don't mean a thing. Glad to know at this point that it doesn't mean a thing. That's a better way. I think that's a better way to do it, because we get a hit in. It's a little tough to recognize in the tall grass. It's a little tough to recognize sometimes exactly which move is coming out of that, whether it's going to be the sweep. Or the Makiri. Ooh, I'm lucky. Got lucky there. There we go. A little sloppy, but much better.
参れ関野
Come on. Oh, fuck. Sometimes he does respond with that one. There we go. Come on, I'm still, even with taking the step back, I'm still not getting it sometimes. Too early. Fuck! Come on, it's like too consistent now where I'm missing that. I'm still early on the umbrella. What am I? I'm dodging there. Fucking dodging. I can't drink, I can't drink, what am I doing? Cannot drink out of a res against Sword Saint. Stop doing this. Stop doing it. Stop fucking doing it. I guess I just need to take further step back. Step back further. Just step back further. I did it! Pog! You were right, Matt. And we didn't take damage, I don't think. Pretty sure we did. Yo, okay. Hello. We're way down on flasks here, but it's okay. Oh, I forgot about the clock. Forgot about the clock. I really do not remember the moveset here. I really do not remember the fucking moveset. I do not remember the fucking moveset. Alright, I guess we're gonna use our, we gotta get reps here, so I gotta use this res. Okay, I at least recognize that as a Makiri counter. What the hell? Okay. His little short sword there. I guess I'm just... Well, obviously I'm missing the timing. I don't know if I'm early or late. I don't know if I'm early or late on either of those. We got to get more reps in that phase. But we got there. We had a successful umbrella deflect. He did cancel one of his animations, Joy. You caught that. I've noticed that with some... I think it happens with a lot of different fights, actually. It maybe doesn't happen too often, but similar to how you, as the player, can... You know, you can initiate an R1 swing, but if you go to deflect early enough, you can kind of cancel out of it. Like, you start to swing, but then you deflect instead. But if you wait too long, then the swing has taken place. I think the bosses can do that as well, and maybe just every enemy in general. any enemy that fights like you has this ability to start their swing, but then go to a deflect. And I think that's what he did there. That's BS, or maybe it was what happened with the Glock stuff that you're reacting to. If Miyazaki had his way, it would probably kill off every non-essential NPC in your world. Thank God this isn't DS. That was it, yes. So it works against... Oh, it does work against either horizontal or vertical. And we didn't get knocked back or take damage, exactly. And he took, I think, some posture damage in the process. Now, the next step is to just attack right out of the umbrella for a counterattack. Okay. I'll see. I think I'm still working on making sure I get the timing right, but we'll see if we can get the counterattack going. Mad being right, Dance Game. I've done it twice this fight. Maybe with the vertical attack. Because it does feel like we've gotten the umbrella sometimes and not taken any damage from the vertical attack. I didn't know if I was getting lucky somehow, or if that was actually me doing the umbrella move correctly. Glock Saint strikes again, god damn it. It feels almost like just a completely different moveset, right? It is a completely different moveset in that phase, right? Because he's got the Glock, he's got the spear, aka Lucerne. Move canceling in Sekiro is pretty free. You just don't see it too often from bosses, I don't think. Boss moves canceling seems nuts to you. I think it's one of the cool things about Sekiro. It's just such a cool fighting style, and it extends to the bosses as well. Oh, can I try it now? Attack right out of the umbrella? Okay. I don't know. It feels awkward. Like it doesn't feel any different than just gearing up for a normal swing. It just, we're adding the lag or the input delay of having to retract the umbrella. You should do a leaping double slash? Wait, what are we talking about now? Try attacking. Oh, just try attacking while holding the umbrella. It's the same thing. I was holding down R2 that time when I hit R1. Didn't learn the move? Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. I'm lost. You'll have to start from the top, because I'm not sure what we're talking about now. Skill missing? Do I not have the right skill that I need? We can look at the skill tree, by the way. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, Johannan, on what skill I should get next. With my 12 skill points that I've got banked away. Not bad. Sekiro. I waited too long to do the counterattack. Hesitation is defeat. Too early. Then he went back to it. It cracks me up hearing him, like, talking a loogie. Oh my god, such bad timing. Holy shit. He did the move cancel again. You see that? Too early. Fuck. There we go. We're starting to get it. We're starting to get it. Let's go. All right, give me sugar. Give me a sugar. He did not care about that Ichimonji at all. He did not. He said, fuck your Ichimonji. Fuck your Ichimonji, he says. Block Saint says, not in my game. God damn. Okay, so is this where we want to be? I mean, do I need to switch to Sakura Dance there? The umbrella deflects are there, but I might be missing the skill that you were talking about. Let's take a look at our skill tree and find out. So it's probably in this guy. It's probably the projected force. Is this the one? This is only one skill point. We should probably just get this. But it releases while guarding with the loaded umbrella. Stores energy by blocking enemy projectiles, then discharges it. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is it. Okay. We could also pick up Emma's medicine, give ourselves some more heals. Some better healing would be definitely not bad. The only other things I would think about would be this Spiral Cloud passage. I just don't know how good it is. And definitely not how good it is in this fight. It's been so long that you didn't remember you have to buy it. Yeah. One of those things you just take for granted, like Makiri counter. Imagine living without Makiri counter. For now, we will get this one. It's like a buffed version of Floating Passage. I see. One that costs Spirit Emblems. This one does not cost Spirit Emblems, though. This is basically a freebie. Imagine trying to get through the whole game without Makiri counter. That would probably be Matt's definition. That would fit Matt's definition of a challenge run. Makiri counterless challenge run. All right, we're picking up projected force here. No desire to see that big Mortal Draw looking thing. I do have a desire to see it. My only problem is that I'm one skill point short. So if you want to watch me all do some grinding for about 15 or 20 minutes, we could consider spending 7 plus 5 skill points to get Empowered Mortal Draw. Does it cost the same as the regular Mortal Draw? Which is, what, 3 per slash? 3 Spirit Emblems per slash? That would be a scary run, right? No Makiri counter? Spiral Cloud looks cool, at least. It does sound very cool, and it sounds like it would look cool. Definitely not something I would recommend trying. Have you done it, Mabian? Are you saying you have done the Makiri counterless challenge run? It's up to you. I am liking the flow of the fight right now, and I don't feel like deviating from that to go, you know, we could use the extra resurrections, you know, that would be the excuse here. Like, we could combine resurrection farming with experience farming. I don't know. You did almost do it. You gave up at Sword Saint. God damn, you made it all the way up to Sword Saint, though. I'm assuming without the, you were doing, with Kuro's Charm, you were not doing Charmless, you were not doing Bell Demon. Oh, never mind. Wait a second. You were doing no health upgrades, and no skills. Yo, talk about doing things with bindings on. My goodness. I have seen some of those, like, when I'll look up a video for a boss, I'll see the person there biting the boss with, like, the starter health bar, and I'm like, God damn. God damn it, how? The Empowered Draw also costs 3. Okay, same as the regular. I would not be opposed to checking out the Empowered Draw at some point. But now we have that thing. I held down my R2 too long there. Wasted a Spirit Emblem. But we now have the Projected Force. We can do the thing. Let's see if we can put it all together. Gotta keep making it back to phase 2. That's the one. That's the one. I read that as a sweep. Didn't have my Mercury counter in time. Not starting off on the right foot here. Deflect spam. Doing some deflect spam stuff here. Because I'm out of rhythm. I need to heal. That's a sweep. Pulled it together. Pulled it together.
Sekiro.
Damn it. I'm like, I guess I'm moving to the side. I must be moving to the side slightly. So whatever I'm doing, I'm ending up missing that. I'm little to this. I've got a bit of a lateral offset in my Mercury counter positioning. Like, why am I? What am I doing wrong there? I'm hesitating on the R1. I'll get that built into my muscle memory eventually here. Too early. Okay. Nope. Ichimonji is not the response here. God damn it. Shit. He does so well at creating distance. He's able to create so much distance between you and him so that you're not able to just go with a counterattack. At least not on the first move. You really need to work through this, the combination of moves first. That's a Mikiri counter. For some reason, I thought he was going to go into a sweep there. I don't know why. Okay, all right. I think he... There's a spin that he does with the spear. He sort of, like, whips the spear around once before he goes into the sweep. Whereas with the Mikiri counter, he doesn't do that. He just goes into the spear lunge. The spear thrust. Hey, welcome in, Azu. How you doing? Good to see you this afternoon. For me, at least. Whatever time zone you might be in. The Elden Arts mod and the 2B movement mods. You'll be mind-boggled when you see how crazy they make the game. Oh boy. Anybody else fucked around with modded Sekiro? It might not be optimal because of the short range, but still cool. Are we talking about the projected force? Just has a short range to it. What's funny is Charmless might actually be more challenging than a lot of challenge runs. Then why is it not a challenge run, dude? Why are you so hesitant to call it a challenge run? Sakura Dance is really only for Phase 3 in your book. Is there any combat art y'all would use in Phase 2? Because Ichimonji, if it is the answer, or if I should stick with it in Phase 2, I need to find some different openings. When I've most often done it, I've used Ichimonji as a follow-up to getting a Mikiri counter. And that seems to work very well against both Way of Tomoe and the first phase of Sword Saint. Not so much in Phase 2, because it seems like he's yeeting the fuck backwards out of Ichimonji range after a Mikiri counter. The Resurrection mod is amazing. Recommend it once you're done with the normal game. Okay. Have you done any of the other ones that Azu said? Elden Arts and 2B? I have no idea what those are supposed to be. You would use the Senpo kick because it does so much posture damage. How you doing there, by the way? Is it how do you say your name? Shady? Do you go by Shady? Feel free to fill me in. Welcome to the stream. The Senpo kick, would that include High Monk? Because isn't High Monk kind of the Senpo leaping kicks, but then it just has a bunch of other stuff too? Or is it, let's look at this again here. So the Senpo leaping kick, I feel like that's the beginning of High Monk. It doesn't have the second part. Let me see here. What does High Monk do? See, High Monk has the same opening. No, it does have, right. Yeah, it's High Monk is Senpo leaping kicks, but then it has like extra stuff at the end. Then it has the sword slashes. And then that high kick. You did mean High Monk. Okay. I suppose if you were only going for that opening part, they both would work. And I am aware that when it comes to sweep counters, High Monk is actually pretty devastating. If you... I've seen on the Lady Butterfly fight, somebody was using this as an immediate response to one of her sweeps, and it took a shit... She took a shit ton of posture damage, which is, I think, what you're talking about. If you... The challenge for me is actually getting it at the right time. Actually recognizing that there's a sweep coming, and then having the muscle memory to go, aha, High Monk. Go. I say you were pretty close, because it really is, in the description, a follow-up, a style that builds upon the leaping kick. So I would say you get at least an A- on that, if we're grading naming conventions. And you were referring to the sweep counter, yeah. We'll see where I have openings for that. This, I don't mind trying this. It seems as good as any alternative. I don't have an alternative right now for Phase 2, so we'll stick with the Ichimonji. I like that for both Genichiro and the first phase, and then we'll see if we want to switch over to the High Monk. You saw someone's Sekiro-themed mods for Elden Ring, but that's about it. You like the palms for the quick move. This was a... You're talking about the praying strikes. I could never get into this. It's probably just the fact that I haven't played around with it. So it always, the problem I always had with this, and maybe this is why I discounted Ichimonji as long as I did, was because I would get to this point in the move, and it's like I'm trying to do something else after the second palm, but I'm stuck. Like I'm just sort of like, you know, you're depending on that second palm interrupting them long enough for you to get back to where you can deflect again or whatever. Because I can't, well, maybe deflecting is, maybe I can do that quicker. Yeah, I can do that more quickly than I could actually attack. It does seem like there's a longer lag if I'm trying to go for an attack. Getting back to a deflecting stance is actually a lot shorter. And you're saying you would use it on, for which part? For the quick moves. Which quick moves are we talking about? Like the short sword strikes? You used the double Ichimonji the first time that you fought Ishin. I've been using double Ichimonji for most of... When did we start using it in the New Game Plus? But it feels like almost all of New Game Plus has been Ichimonji double because it's been so good in so many fights. Definitely for Inner Genichiro. Yeah, please, I'm not looking at the chat for the moment, but I will reiterate what I see Matt and Joy saying. I have not yet played Elden Ring, so please do refrain from discussing Elden Ring in any level of detail. Like, I am very strict. I have a very, very broad definition of spoiler. All that I know, I probably already know more than I should know about Elden Ring, but assume that I know nothing and tell me nothing. I will get to Elden Ring when I get to it. If you want to talk about Demon Souls, I'm fine with that. I haven't played Demon Souls, but feel free to talk about Demon Souls. I don't feel as strongly about that one. For prosthetic tools, there are not many other than the umbrella that you would consider using. Matt has already given me a pretty good suggestion here with the umbrella. We've started using it for a couple of the attacks in the first phase. I don't know how useful it is in the second phase. So, Johanna, you're talking about interrupting close range. You seem to remember it having some sort of interrupt or hyper armor qualities. We can experiment around with it. I do want to remember to go back to the Ichimonji here, but we can, why don't we try that? We'll do our next experiment for phase 2 when we get back to it will be praying strikes, and we'll try to get in close and just see what happens. We'll do some experimentation. Too early. Not too bad.
Sekiro.
Hawk and a loogie. We can also get him to go into Ichimonji by just doing the single counterattack there. So there's two favorable patterns for us that we can induce. I just wish I could hit that Mikiri counter 100% of the time. But the one I have to remember is that sometimes he fucking follows up with another counterattack of his own. Fuck me. That was all off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm just not stepping far enough. Backward. I forgot there's a follow-up shockwave. Shit, that is not a Mikiri counter. Why? I think I was ready to deflect, but I just deflected too early. Sloppy phase. Everything was bad about this one. Too early. Shit. I need to be ready for his counterattack. Sometimes he counterattacks. Sloppy. Gotta get back to phase 2. You use it as your counter to grab moves on some bosses. Does it actually interrupt? Okay, maybe that's the... Yeah, that's what you're trying to say, is that there is a... perhaps a bigger... Well, I don't know. Were you trying to say that? Is there a bigger opportunity or a bigger chance? Probability, that's the word I'm going for. A bigger probability of interrupting the boss with praying strikes? Maybe that's its strength? That freaking missed Mikiri. I must not be moving backward enough. Matt's saying to take a step back. And sometimes it's working, but other times I feel like I don't know, I'm stepping back in the wrong direction. Maybe I need to take a step back and to the right, so I stay a little more aligned with where his thrust is going to be. I don't know. We'll try to figure it out. Okay.
Sekiro.
Cracks me up. So I took a step back a little bit to the right that time. Fuck me. I still ended up being the smoothest one yet. Oh, we said we were gonna switch, right? Fuck me. I'm being an idiot here, running away from a Glock. We said we were gonna switch, and that's... I got distracted thinking about switching to a different move. I don't know. We gotta try it more. Why did I throw a fistful of ash at you when I was supposed to be healing? That was a hot mess. See, that would be the great spot to use the High Monk. I didn't spam. I should have spammed the button to get up. Okay, I definitely lost the flow in that phase. We'll keep experimenting. I only got to use the move like twice there. I was just on the back foot the entire time. A bit of a cluster, that second phase. A bit of a cluster. Throwing a fistful of ash at nobody, at nothing. Thanks, Unseen Aid. Yeah, Azu, we're pretty strict. My mods do watch out for me here. I don't know if it was an Elden Ring or a Sekiro thing, but we're doing the Purification ending, and we've done, obviously, what was it, the Fruits of the Serpent ending. So anything outside of that, anything outside of what might have been covered in those playthroughs, which is exciting to me. It's exciting to me that there is still Sekiro content that I have not gotten to experience yet, and I'm looking forward to getting to share that all with you in due time. Hopefully you understand getting timed out is not, you know, it is not a, us frowning upon you. It is simply just my mods keeping me safe. That's all it is. Let me see if I can catch up here real quick. Oh, you think it's possible the slope of the hill is causing the Mikiri to miss? Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Pocket ash. Completely useless pocket ash. I don't even know why I have it on the bar. Why was I thinking that that might be useful here? I don't know why I'm... Okay. Let's get in the flow. Let's get in the flow. Get in the flow. Get in the rhythm. Should have gone with the non-charge there. This one we can do a charge. Frames. Got a res back.
Sekiro.
I went to the side that time. That was on me. Fuck. I've been doing better at that. I've been doing better at that move. I healed while standing there and doing nothing. You cannot just stand still and heal after a res. If you're going to heal, you have to create some distance. When will I learn? When will I learn? You get out of sync. You get just a little bit out of sync on this fight. That's all it takes. All it freaking takes. We need King of the Hill series back. I have never really watched King of the Hill. Never really watched that. We're going to take both those off because we are not using those.
俺がアシナを生かす。踏みにじらせはせぬぞ。
Fuck, where was my deflect? I think I, like... I know exactly what I did. I know exactly what I did. See, with Genichiro, I can drink right away because it's, like, perfectly set up for his Makiri counter move.
Sekiro.
I might just have more luck just standing still. Like, maybe I'll miss sometimes while standing still, but it feels like I miss more often by taking a step or moving. And it might just be more consistent for me just to stay in place. Okay, let's go. I forgot we were going to try Brain Strikes a bit more. That's a sweep. That's the fucking sweep. Shit. I tried to go for Brain Strikes. I tried to go for Brain Strikes. Fuck. In a bit of an awkward spot there. Literally between a rock, about to be between a rock and a hard place. That's a Makiri counter. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. When is the sweep happening? I could probably use a little bit of help from chat on this. If you all want to point out when the sweeps are happening. Right there, when he does the 4-shot from the Glock, it gets followed up by a Makiri counter. When he has, it feels like there is a sweep-like move that he does with the spear that is also followed by a Makiri counterable move. The thrust attack. But I don't remember when the sweep happens. How do I bait the grab attack, Johannan? Oh, you think it's only in phase 1? Might be some content in there. How do I bait that? I don't think we've seen the grab attack, though. We'll let you know in real time. Thanks. Oh, you're thinking of a modded version? Okay. Okay. All good. Phase 1 is going smoother, though. We're making progress. Genichiro's getting smoother. Phase 1's getting smoother. I forgot to switch back to Ichimonji.
その力だ。
Where was my deflect? Sloppy. Of course we get a sloppy attempt. The moment that I say that Genichiro's getting smoother.
Sekiro.
Oh. He does not get interrupted by Ichimonji, even if you can get close enough to him. See, that's where he does the sweep attack. So it does come after like a single big block. Too early. So he does have a charge-up attack like that in phase 2 as well. He can also just bring the thrust attack out of nowhere. Okay, that was important. Because that is... I needed to see again where that sweep is happening. I think it happens somewhere else. There's another variation on that sweep attack as well. But it's good to know that they both happen after Glock attacks, but one is like the quick multi-shot. The 4-shot Glock is followed by a thrust. The one big shotgun Glock, because it has kind of like a stun knockback effect, that's followed by a sweep. At least it was in that instance. That's a rip, but we got, I think, some important learning there. Was I gonna change something? No, I think we're good. I like how this is going. I think we've got a solid overall approach. Or at least we're in the process of developing a solid overall approach. Dang. I was worried I was a little too low on posture damage. High on posture damage? I'm gonna take the L here. I just don't want to use a res against Genichiro. Don't want to do it. I should I mean, I can always recoup part of a res by getting a death blow against him, so maybe that's a bad strat. It just feels so bad to get a... At this point, it feels very bad to have to res during Genichiro. Liking how that's feeling, though. Cool. We'll take it. We'll take it. Pasture damage. We are kind of in a pasture, aren't we? He does the Hakalugi there too. I love it. we can get him to do the Hakalugi with that move. What? Okay, what's the response to that move? I don't remember seeing that one. Fuck me. I'm sitting here thinking about Hakalugi. That's your downfall. Lucky. Didn't think I was gonna recover in time to get a Makiri. I had gone for the greedy R1, but I didn't get punished. What? There was no R1. Too late. I forgot how to do a Makiri counter there for a second. I pressed R1 instead of the B button. Oh my god, are you serious? Fuck you. Hate you. Fucking hate this guy. Fucking forgot how to do a Makiri counter though. How embarrassing. Too early, fuck. Maybe the ledge, or the ledge. Maybe the incline of the hill does have something to do with this. Maybe that is part of the deal. Going too early. Not great. He sometimes does the sweep. He sometimes does the sweep out of the foreglock. Still haven't learned. You can't just heal. Even in phase 2, it seems. It feels like there should be more time. I healed there, and he went for a big overhand swing with a spear. It felt like there should have been time for me to get a dodge off. I thought I was spamming dodge. Maybe I should have been spamming deflect. That was probably my mistake. Spam deflect, not dodge. This is Sekiro. The most obvious Estus punish there ever was. I know. We got the mid-air death blow. That was fun. Ishin sure likes to damage. This poor, nice pasture of flowers. What have they ever done to anybody? How lucky Wolf is that he got his left arm severed and not his right. That prosthetic would have been useless. Oh, because... 2 left arms. I get it. I get it. I had to think about that one for a second. I need to stretch. We're not going to take a break here, but I need to stretch. We're probably coming up on the limit. 3 hours is probably the limit for a boss grind. Maybe for any Sekiro session in general. But definitely pounding your head against the wall. You gotta, at some point, if you're not getting the results, you gotta fresh brain it. But this is good. This is good. I was hoping for, we're doing a challenge run. In spite of whatever Matt might think. We are doing a challenge run. And, it's not a big deal if we don't get the win today. That's a sweep.
Sekiro! 俺がアシナを生かす。海にじらせはせぬぞ。参れ、関野。
I'm going for an Ichimonji. I'm going for an Ichimonji out of the missed Makiri counter, which is not the same as going for an Ichimonji after a successful Makiri counter. Nope, I did it again. The hell? Well, I don't have a read on that move. I'm expecting I'm expecting the spear there. And he comes with a short sword instead. We were going silent mode there for a minute because I wanted to mix it up. Needed to try focusing. Having an extra res would be nice at some point here. I just hate going to I hate using the Jizo statue, and I hate going to grind. Not healing is dangerous. Healing is also dangerous. Just don't take damage, Smiley Face. Woo. This is fun, though. I am so glad that I am getting to do this with all of you. Because if I was trying to do this by myself, I would be like 1,000 times more frustrated. and tilted.
俺がアシナを生かす
I don't know what I was trying to do there. I literally pressed circle. I literally pressed circle.
そうだその力だ
I know, that's not the definition of literally. People use literally way too much. Perfect iframes. I'm seriously missing some inputs right now, though. Pressing some buttons that I think should be giving me a different outcome. Fuck. Oh my god, dude. Fuck this game. Hate this game. Of course, we right now get a second res after we've used our I am picking up on the visual indicator there, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned it out loud, but I think I remember seeing this last time. When Ishin is about to do the Ashina Cross, when he's in the Ashina Cross stance, there is not just, it's not just his grunt that might be a giveaway, but the better giveaway is there's a little glimmer, right? There's a little glimmer from his sword when he's about to, like right there. That's the tell. Fuck, too early. Over anticipating the Makiri counter there. Shit. I do not want to use this res here. I am not going to use this res. Am I? I'm not going to use this res. I want to... now that I've accrued that res, I want to go into Sword Saint with both reses intact. We've got to do that. Have you never noticed that before? I think that's the tell. The little sword glimmer. Streamer text. It's definitely the case that talking does... It takes brain power. So most people probably... You're probably right, Matt, that most people probably... I definitely don't talk while I play by myself. That's for sure. Unless I'm cursing at having died to Sword Saint for the 50th time in a play session. With his groaning, I imagine him as a boomer in a retail store at the register. Can you imagine Ishin as, you know, Ishin Ashina, dollar store clerk? Just imagine Ishin Ashina as a dollar store clerk, and, you know, or as any sort of like a retail salesman, you know, like he's a shoe salesman or something, and the person is deciding on what they want to get, and then, you know, eventually he pops out hesitation is defeat. be. Where's my Ichimonji? Nope. Don't do Ichimonji there. Nice. A slight step back to the right, maybe is the trick. Okay. Smooth. Fuck. I'm trying to drink. I'm trying to panic drink. Stop doing it. Too early? Not at all. Too early. Fuck, where was my deflect? No, I'm up against the fucking cliff. I was up against the goddamn cliff. We made it into phase 2 without dying. Is that the first time we've done that? Just saw this cool strat. What's the strat? Give me the TLDR. Clerk by day, masked vigilante by night. Pitiful customer. I could see him working at a wine store. Yeah, uh-huh. A wine store. Yeah. Ishin Ashina at Bevmo. Definitely. Sake! He sells you the wine, and then you immediately give it back to him. Is this the wine I just sold to you? I love it. You actually gave me 2 Makiri counters in a row. What the hell? Are you really Genichiro Way of Tomoe?
Sekiro.
I got a little lucky there. I didn't really want to go for the Ichimonji. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be what Joy said about the slope The slope of the hill sometimes working against me. Wow, that was okay. That was maybe the best phase one yet. Whoa, fuck. Not close enough. But that went better considering we got out of sequence there. I didn't think I hit the B button. I can't go for a Mercury counter there. That's just not... He steps back, right? He knows it's coming. He knows it's coming. It would be nice. It's nice to do each emoji because it recovers my posture. But I don't think I can do it here. Unless I go like that, right? If I dodge the overhand, that might be the way. Really? I think that might be the strat change that we want to employ, is just go to dodge into each emoji. That's where we do the each emoji in phase 2, I think. We'll see how repeatable that is. Let's try to start doing that. Thanks, Unseen. Oh, the Reddit post is a cheese for 7 spears. Shikibu? Is that the last 7 spears? Just use Mortal Draw? That's not a bad idea. Any specific spots that you like to use Mortal Draw? It's basically just that same thing, right? When he does the overhead. It's just like Owl, just like... there's spots where you can do it against Genichiro. You find a spot where you can dodge and do the Mortal Draw. It's probably just as simple as that. The one by the tower? Oh, the one... The first one. The first one. I don't remember that being his name. But I also definitely don't have those guys memorized.
Sekiro.
I tried to go in. I tried to go in when he was in the middle of the cross. Do not approach on the cross. I got lucky there. He's not responding sometimes when I'm not supposed to be doing each emoji. But there are times where he's not punishing it, and other times where he is. Assuming I miss the counter move there or whatever. The Makiri counter. Missing the Makiri counter. Backing off like this does have the big downside of him recovering posture, so maybe I shouldn't worry about that as much. Fuck. Well, now that it is recovered, we're gonna go and drink. Now that he's already back to full. Fuck. God damn it! If you start off on the wrong foot there? Fuck me. Sloppy, but all right. He delays that, man. What? What the fuck? Damn it. This phase 2 is so hard. So tough. It's just so tough to, you know, it's like any multiple phase boss fight. You gotta go through. You spend such a small percentage of your time in the actual phase that you need to practice. Little hiccup in the bitrate, but hopefully nothing too bad on your guys' end. Maybe after the double Ichimonji. Yeah, that could be a spot where we use it, just like we're doing with Ichimonji now. I feel like the key is phase 2, though. We need to figure out what we're doing in phase 2. It's really just learning the patterns. Whether I'm using Mortal Draw or whether I'm using Ichimonji, the key right now is me not knowing the patterns. That's the fundamental problem here. And it's Charmless, so we can't get away like we did in New Game with deflect spamming. Phase 2 is the toughest part. I don't think I struggled with Phase 2 in New Game as much as... I mean, the fight in general... We were able to get it pretty quickly in New Game, because deflect spam carries the day. When you're not doing Charmless Bell Demon, that is. Alright, let's keep it going. But we are close to the 3-hour mark, so it's probably... I probably need to set a limit on how many more attempts we're going to do here. So why don't we say that we're going to aim for 3 more Phase 2 attempts. 3 more Phase 2 attempts. Yeah, I am seeing the bitrate is kind of... We went for the great majority of the stream with 0 frame drops. And now we're hitting some choppy waters. Which maybe that's a sign. I know, maybe that's a sign. We're hitting the choppy waters on the frame front, and we're hitting the choppy waters on the. Well, I honestly I feel pretty good overall. Like I don't feel like we're regressing. Like there are some sloppy attempts here and there, but overall, like I'm not hitting a point where it's like we're fumbling all the way through Phase 1, or we're fumbling in Genichiro. Like we're pretty consistently getting back to Phase 2 now. It feels like, and I want to keep getting reps there. And my hands are feeling pretty good, to be honest. For a 3-hour stream, I'm not feeling too much fatigue, at least handling the controller. The stream is trying to tell us something. Maybe, maybe. Some of those were real smooth. That Makiri, though. Which Makiri? The Makiri in Phase 1 or Phase 2? Let's get back to it here. We are getting to Phase 2 much more frequently, so I think that's the biggest positive we can take from this. Definitely didn't have enough posture to be able to take that on. Okay.
Sekiro.
Okay, so we can induce another Makiri counter if I go for 2 counter swings. I've been going with just a single counter swing. But I swear, the Hakalugi, though, is the best part of this fight. Another pretty smooth Phase 1. So I'm definitely going for counterattacks too soon. That 4 move, well, it's really a 5 move. That's one of the big ones I've got to learn to recognize. I don't have a good tell on that right now. That's a good heal opening, as well as an Ichimonji opening, or a Mortal Draw if we were so inclined. That needs to be a sweep counter. I thought I jumped. I need to heal there. Should have healed. What the hell? How did he miss me? I was simultaneously confused as to why I didn't have a deflect. Must have been because my Makiri counter, I was still coming, not Makiri counter, but Ichimonji I was still coming out of. But he also, like, swiped right through me. Yohanan saw it. Okay, that was our first Phase 2 attempt. We have 2 remaining. It would be great to do this with an extra res. Question. If I were to use a Jizo statue right now, would it refill the counter that is almost full, or the one that's completely empty? I'm guessing it would refill the one that's almost full. Does anybody know? Might be a little bit too obscure of Sekiro knowledge there. I don't want to stop after 2 more attempts. I'm definitely not feeling like stopping, but I also should. You know, we have an option here. We do have an option. This is Can't remember using a Jizo statue. So we're not sure. We do have the option to reconvene tomorrow. This is Christmas weekend. There is a little more time on the schedule. I know, what if I run out of them? I only have 21 of them. So we could reconvene tomorrow morning. Do a little, for me at least, a Saturday morning Sekiro. Because I am, like, we're kind of, you know, once you get the boss grind going here, I was planning, or at least I was thinking toward recording more Talos Principle, but I could be convinced to go with another Sekiro stream tomorrow to try to beat this dang boss, because we're making progress in some regards. But I could use probably doing a little bit of off-stream grinding to get my my res is back. What am I trying to say here? The fact that my brain, words are already hard enough, and the brain alliteration connection is going quickly downhill. 21 clearly running low. Probably should hold off until you have at least 50. Classic RPG resource management. I stood a little bit close to him there. That was, I think, tempting fate. A little too much. God damn it. I easily could have been clipped by the Mortal Draw hitbox there. Should have gone with the thrust. A little awkward fighting by this tree right here. Turned out not to be that awkward, but I was a little worried. Like, one of us is going to get screwed up by this tree.
Sekiro.
Nope. Oh, man, I got so lucky. I do love this umbrella move. Now that we've got the umbrella move a lot more consistent, it's a pretty fun one. Man, sometimes I just can't block after an Ichimonji, and it's feeling like Ichimonji, unless I get into that position there, well, but even then, like, I'm not ready to block. He's recovering too fast, I think, for Ichimonji to really be a viable candidate. Maybe we should try the High Monk. That was a suggestion from earlier that we never really gave a close look at. Like, it has to be, well, no, but see, it's not just the fact that you get an opening to do it doesn't mean that it's a good move. Shit. The short sword swing, when he's putting the short sword, is it an Odachi? This is... Mortal Draw is the other option, that's true. Azu suggested it. And maybe that's where we should do that, right? What I was gonna say is, though, when he puts... I think that was the best one so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was a hitless phase 1. And it was the best phase 2 so far. What's throwing me off still, though, I'm just getting stuck in deflect spamming when he's reaching down with the short sword. I'm over-anticipating the short sword attacks. And so I'm ending up with a bunch of deflect spamming. And that is leading to a sequence that, you know, I take some chip damage, some posture damage, I get thrown off a little bit. How do we find a way to keep that clean? Just gotta learn the patterns. No way around that. Gotta learn the patterns. We can switch to Mortal Draw. We're not spending our Spirit Emblems, other than the little tiny bit that we're using on the umbrella. So we can switch to Mortal Draw. We've got Spirit Emblems to spare. Maybe I'll do that instead of putting on a sugar at the start of phase 2. Yo. Well, that's a reset. It would be ideal there if I could just run behind. I have the muscle memory to run behind at the beginning. I don't have it for any other part of the fight because he's so rarely... The patterns that I normally get in with Genichiro, he so rarely goes to the Mortal Draw after the opening. So I don't have the muscle memory to just, run behind like I would with Owl and the, you know, firecrackers. I am getting very over-anticipatory on that move. Really over-anticipating. I'm not using up my idle res on Genichiro. I am just not doing it. Not doing it. Reflection practice seems like the best move. Reflection practice for... You talking about for the Sword Saint? So we could just skip straight to Sword Saint? The problem is... Well, maybe it's not a problem. The potential issue with Ishin Sword Saint is that he's going to be stronger. But that may not be an issue, because if we overtrain like we did with Owl, we overtrained with Owl, and then on Reflection, and then we went in and one-shot the real fight. So, there's something to say about that. We skip Genichiro, we go straight to Sword Saint. We'll think about that if I do decide to do a stream tomorrow. We will consider it, maybe. And it's also good because your reses come back, don't they? Your reses, you don't have to worry about res grinding. Maybe we'll be looking at... You could turn off Bell Demon, that's true. Turn off Bell Demon because that gets you to phase 2 more consistently. Sure. Good idea, good thought to ponder. Fuck. I am going so early on that one. It feels like everything I'm going really early against with Genichiro. Because I am maybe anxious to get back to Sword Saint. And then I'm late. My God. Okay. We're supposed to have one more Ishin phase 2. I'm not sure if we're gonna make it back. You taking off, Johannan? Have a great rest of your weekend. If we see you tomorrow, if I stream and if I see you tomorrow, great. If not, have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year as well. Have a great weekend, and thanks for hanging out as always. Love having you here for the Sekiro content. We're gonna try to get one last phase 2, and then we can call it a stream. But we might... Stream can't edit back and doesn't reach phase 2 anymore. Exactly. 24-hour stream incoming, folks. I'll take it. I guess I'll take it.
Sekiro.
Oh. The moment my R1 doesn't go through. Ah. Can't drink. Frustrating. Thanks, Rock. Nope. Got lucky. We've been getting lucky going for the Ichimonji and him not punishing us. Okay, we're gonna switch to Mortal Draw. And we're gonna try to use it when he goes with the big overhand slash. We're gonna dodge to his, well, dodge to our right, close to him, and we're gonna use a Mortal Draw. I don't know if I should use 2 or not. We're gonna have to figure that out. I'm also gonna take a sugar, because why the hell not? I only have 82 of them. He is missing on some of these that I'm getting thrown off because he's missing these attacks. That's the one where I should be using the Mortal Draw. Two seems good. Sometimes he recovers too quickly. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm gonna need that sequence there. That combination of attacks. I gotta learn the timing. I gotta learn the timing. That's all there is to it. All right, folks, that is our third attempt. The third attempt that I was, since I announced that we were going to be ending stream on the third phase 2 attempt. That is number 3. Not a bad one. We saw at least a little bit of the power there of the Mortal Draw. But you really need, I think the key was that I dodged much further behind him than when I did it right after that. Because when I tried it right after that, he recovered so much more quickly from the overhand swing. I have stopped taking a step back before the Makiri because it felt like that was actually making the Makiri less consistent. And based on what I'm seeing, it feels like I hit the Makiri counter more often by just standing still. So I think that's what I'm going with. Was it a different jumping overhead? See, I don't even recognize that. Maybe I'll need to watch the footage back. I didn't even recognize it as a different overhand. Okay. Either way, we've had a lot of learning. Hopefully the fresh brain energy, that neuroplasticity can kick in the learning that we've done. Let's go to this screen over here. Thank you, Mabian, Matt, Joy, Yohanan, Azu, and the other folks that have been dropping by. M-Doom, wherever you're at. Maybe you're streaming. I'll see if I can drop by for a little bit if Mabian's streaming later. Good practice, though. A very good practice session. And this is what I was hoping for, what I was expecting. I knew that I didn't really see the full challenge of this boss the first time around. So this feels like what a final boss should be. And I'm enjoying the process. I always love the process of the boss grind. So, am I for sure going again tomorrow? I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on it, and I'm gonna play it by ear. And if it happens tomorrow, it's gonna be an impromptu thing. No promises. But I'm just saying that is an option. And if I have enough of the itch to get back to Sword Saint, then keep an eye out tomorrow morning Pacific time. But either way, you all have a wonderful rest of the weekend, as I wished Yohanan earlier. You all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We're going to get to the end of this challenge run. Sooner or later, it's going to happen, and I appreciate you all hanging out with me. He for sure doesn't know. For sure, maybe. Definitely, maybe. How much longer will this keep getting stronger? Wonder when she realized that she means a lot more to me. Now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head the rest of the day. FM Static, definitely maybe, for those who don't know the song. Check it out. It's a good one. Throwback to... man, that song is 20 years old. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great... I will see y'all next time. Thank y'all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.